pretty much all original underneath the hood, and just lowered it. Different wheels.
It's not your turn yet, buddy.
Are we live?
So,
Yeah, we're live.
Are we live?
Yeah, we actually are.
So,
And you told me.
oh my Lord, this was a mistake.
Yes,
Sorry.
it was.
no, you're fine.
Oh, Dan, I'm sorry, Dan.
You're fine.
Yeah, wait your turn. Get back.
Gary and Zach here with Faith Family Cars Podcast, and we are live on YouTube. Don't know if you guys are going to show up or not, but we hope you do. We are at the Faith Family Cars Cruise-In, and we've got a pretty good turnout. Now, the rain hurt us a little bit. It rained last night. The roads were wet this morning, so a few cars didn't show out that we hoped would. And yeah, there's another cruise-in or car show going on like 10 minutes from here, so a lot of people are hitting that one. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
they're hitting that one and this one. So we've had some guys leave to go to there. Some guys come from there to here.
It don't
so.
matter. All our buddies are here. That's the most
Oh
important
yeah,
thing.
we got all of our friends here.
Speaking of our buddies, we got
there,
Tim
we got Tim Davis
just
right here. What you got there?
Hey,
Chicken
buddy.
sandwich?
Chicken sandwich.
All right.
Is it good?
We don't get on chicken dinner.
There you go.
It's good, yeah.
Oh, look
And
at
here
that.
comes
There's Mark.
Mr. Mark Frisbee.
You know, we've only been looking for him for like 20 minutes.
There's a story there, but we won't
Okay.
get into that.
So we have got Tim, we got Mark, we've got Jacob Davis. He's out here. We'll catch up to him in a minute. And we've got, Eddie and Little Eddie. And we got Rev'd Garage here. Daniel's here with Rev'd Garage. What a good turnout. We're going to start walking through, showing you guys everything that's going on and see who we can talk to. I'm sure when Tim gets done with his chicken, he'll have something to say.
I will say, before we leave this area, go on to faithfamilycars.com and buy some merch. It's our merch table right here. Look at all the stuff we got. Got some. Actually, I don't even know if these will be on the website. I'm assuming the leftovers would be. And then, yeah,
Hats, stickers. Yeah, those will be on the website. They're on the website
leftovers.
now
Oh, okay.
already. So if you want one of those, you can go ahead and get it.
Yep. Pick you up a shirt or a hat or a sticker or anything. I saw somebody order just a sticker the other day.
Yeah, we don't know what we got going on. It's been so crazy. We don't know what we've done and what we ain't done.
So, what category are we in for the awards?
Well, if we did awards,
Yeah.
you guys would be in the
Back, we got y'all for that.
yeah
The worst car here?
the worst car
Did we
here.
win that?
Yes,
The leakiest
Okay.
car?
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
The least waterproof.
Yeah, the least
that's it right there. The least waterproof.
Eddie's literally has no back window.
Well, but he said no rain came in it. They actually had a flood coming in their
We had a
floorboard.
stream in our
Yeah.
floorboard.
Yeah, okay.
I've
Yeah.
never experienced that.
So
That was
So
interesting.
yeah, I mean, you got the trashiest trash back, the most flooded interior of a car. What else? Most holes in the floorboard,
Furthest
maybe?
distance? Did we win?
Well, we had a guy from Florida here a while ago.
Okay,
What?
he beat
Yeah.
us. He beat
Yes.
us.
Is that guy in the blue
The
Camaro?
guy that was coming through from Hot Rod Power Tour
Yeah.
in the Camaro, he stopped in. He's seen our post on Hot Rod Power Tour's Facebook.
Nice.
And he stopped in. He was from Florida. He actually stayed in Ringo, Georgia last night.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. I said, how ironic is that?
We did it not by choice because we kind of broke down. Ran out of electricity on the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes.
we're glad you guys made the trip up. We know you're headed to Indy. You headed tonight?
Tonight. Yeah.
Tonight to Indy. Okay. Yeah, he was heading on out. He was going to go ahead and make his way to Indy. He had a hotel there for the night already. So he didn't stick around long, but it was cool. He's all the way from Florida. So I think that's our furthest one.
Well,
Yep.
we lost on that one.
Yeah.
Well, y'all close.
Y'all got
I
it
will
on
say,
the
regarding
trashiest
the
car.
Water, you know, oftentimes you see floods, people's cars are underwater, and you know, or they go out on the beach and then the tide they get stuck.
Yeah.
The tide comes
Yeah.
in, or they're launching a boat and you know the vehicle rolls in. You know, we just drove on through it, so it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it would've been.
if you guys are following, man, I forgot what you changed. You've changed your
Redneck
thing.
Hot Rods.
Redneck Hot Rods.
It changes,
You
it
s-
changes every week.
Okay.
so-
You saw the video he posted of the water coming in the car and then Jacob driving like this so he can see.
Because there's no wipers.
No windshield wipers.
And the window was fogged. Once we got the fog off the window, it was a lot better, but the window was so fogged up.
Yeah.
Everything was blurry. We were just following taillights.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We couldn't see.
You guys are braver than I am. I don't know if you're braver or just dumber.
No, see, look. He was unprepared. I don't know if you saw, but Jacob came in and loaded their trunk down with like 200 pounds
Oh, I
of
know.
stuff.
I
I
know.
drove from Noonan to Rome, which is like 2 hours. I had a flat tip screwdriver.
Yeah,
you
that's
need
all you
it.
need.
Yeah.
Just that car and keep rolling.
Hey, you got to trust in Jesus.
That's
There you
right.
go. There you go. That's
Put
what
my
it's all
faith
about.
in action.
Yeah. You're really putting it in action.
Yeah, I'm sorry that there's other people who just don't have this
gotta have
abundant
faith
faith
like
that
Tim.
I have.
Your faith is stronger than mine, buddy.
Yeah, childlike faith.
Exactly.
That's right.
definitely
That's
what that
childlike
was.
faith for sure.
Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
We're just gonna drive there, no problems.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What
Not
a-
me. I can't do that.
Well, you guys were fashionably late like normal, but you made a nice appearance. The car sounded good rolling in here. Everybody got everybody's attention.
I mean, last year we didn't get off of our road, so
Yeah.
fast forward a year, we made it to Kentucky.
You've made it over halfway.
So, yeah.
So good deal, man.
Sorry to preempt your.
No, it's awesome.
We were gonna talk to you anyway.
Yes.
That's all right.
I just want to say one more thing about our tent, guys. Angel, paying in on the guys sitting at our tent. My brother Michael and his wife, who are huge supporters of this podcast, guys. They're running our tent for us, so we appreciate them. No,
It's okay. I don't either.
we gotta shout them out. So we got Daniel with Rev Garage here and his GMC. This is a very unique truck. I didn't know this until we started talking about it earlier.
It's actually a Longhorn. Being a GMC, there's probably only about 100 of these made for the year anyway, somewhere around there. There's really not a good record kept for the GMCs. They do
Yeah.
better with the Chevrolets, but
Yeah.
so that's pretty rare. It came from Colorado. I've had it for 7 years. So
Okay.
Done just a few things to it. It's pretty much all original underneath the hood, and just lowered it. Different wheels,
It's not your
tires.
turn yet, buddy.
Are we live?
So
Yeah, we're live.
Are we
So-
live?
Yeah, we actually are.
So,
And you told me.
oh my lord, this was a mistake. Sorry.
Yes, it was.
you're fine.
Oh, Dan, I'm sorry, Dan.
You're fine.
Yeah, wait your turn. Get back
I'm
over
over
Show
there.
some respect.
Tin Fall Revival. Here, you want to see Tin Fall Revival sticker? Mark?
Hey, shoot.
You want a Fall Revival sticker?
Please, thank you.
That's the sixth
Yeah, no,
anniversary.
No, walk back over there. We're gonna get to you. Go back.
I'm not even a.
Go.
Go to your
not even an
cage.
official- I'm not even an official. Whatever.
That's okay.
But
It's in
they-
your-
they gave me a stack-
it's in your state,
Ambassador,
isn't it?
They gave me a stack of them and said, "Hey, you got a bunch of friends who have C10s and stuff, so
Pass them out. Yeah.
There you go.
So that's in your state,
This
right?
is in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Denton, North Carolina. It's October 17th, 18th.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so, what motor does this truck have in it? Because it's pretty unique too.
Yeah, that's a 402. So basically, it's a 396 that was bored 30 over, but from the factory.
Yeah, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
The one thing that I was talking to him about, like thinking about John Fetch's Ford with
Yeah.
the big block in it.
Yeah.
This is the same way. There's no room to work on anything with that big block in there. It looks nothing like a small block. In it.
Everything has its own separate belt.
Yeah.
Alternator, different
Yeah.
belt. AC, different belt. Yeah, factory AC. Power steering, different
Does
belt.
the factory AC work in it?
Well,
No.
No, the clutch,
Oh,
Clutch
yeah.
is
Okay,
broke.
okay,
dry
okay.
rotted, so I just cut the belt.
But that's actually kind of crazy that does have like factory AC.
Well,
Yours-
he's still running factory belts.
yeah.
they probably aren't factory belts.
I'm joking about that just because they're in they're in pretty rough shape.
They might be. But we made it.
No, it's
How long
awesome.
we drove yesterday.
I love his truck. He pulled it into the driveway last night, and I was like, man, that thing is awesome. So
And I don't know if you can't really see from the angle we're standing at, but y'all got similar toppers now.
we do.
That's why you,
Mine's homemade though because the bed's an 8.5 foot bed, so I
Yeah.
had to make
yeah.
a custom.
His
top
is
for it.
cooler because it's homemade. I pulled mine out of the cow pasture, so
Dodging cow
It's about
patties.
5 different tops
yeah, it's just pretty awesome.
together. So
It looks awesome. It's a good looking truck.
Thanks for coming to hang out. We got Aaron and Tara Branch with our local FCA, and they are leaders of our local FCA here in Bullitt County, Kentucky. They're going to tell us a little bit about what FCA does and what they do in our local schools.
Yeah, so FCA, the mission of FCA is to lead every coach and athlete to into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. So really, basically, that's what we do. That's our ministry here in Bullitt County. But it goes beyond that because that is FCA's mission. But also that's extended to really whoever wants to come and be a part of FCA. Our school huddles that we have in the morning. We have all of our schools in our county, high school, middle school, and elementary school that have a morning huddle, is what we call it, before school. And some of the elementary schools are after, but we have a huddle leader that leads it, and that's part of kind of fulfilling that mission. And anybody come. You don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to, be involved in sports. You can just be anybody, and come and hear the gospel. have different speakers, and so that's a huge part of it. But one of the main things that we do, especially in this area, is we have teams that reach out to say, hey, we want to have FCA on our team. How do we do that? And so what that means for us is we have friends, people who want to volunteer with FCA who have said, hey, if you have a team that wants to have FCA on their team, please let me know. I'd like to be their character coach. And they meet with that team once a week. We kind of work that out. We get them plugged in. They kind of interview with us, make sure everything's good, and we get them plugged in with that team to share the gospel each week with athletes on that team, and to begin discipling them. And it's just really cool to see. We have some character coaches that have been the character coach for that team for 14 years.
Yeah.
The one specifically at Bullitt East, and so we haven't been on staff that long. He's been doing a lot longer than we have.
Yeah.
But there's real opportunity for twofold for people to be able to get involved and have a real impact, like for season after season, year after year, on kids and programs and the coaches, but then also for all of those athletes and coaches that come through that program, and that character coach is there sharing the gospel and is discipling. Man, it's just crazy to see just how God is using FCA to impact coaches and athletes and everyone in the community.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
I bet it's amazing to watch, God work in these young people's lives. And, that's something I really like about Field of Grace. So I guess that leads me to this. How does Field of Grace help y'all's ministry?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I can answer that one. Field of Grace is a huge support for us financially and also with volunteers. So probably through Field of Grace, we have about 20 volunteers, and that is whether they are leading a morning huddle as a speaker, or they are partnering with the individual team for the character coach thing, or even given financially. So I would say the majority of our financial support that we have to raise comes from the Field of Grace Church and the Field of Grace family.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. Now, how many character coaches do you think that Field of Grace has got out there right now?
I would say just character coaches, we probably have 15 character coaches from Field of Grace, and that's not counting the people who are on the speaker list who come every morning to give the devotion for the large group of kids in the morning huddle, but definitely probably at least 15 character coaches just from Field of Grace.
And when you think about what that is, I mean, when you have a character coach, you have 15 people from this church, 15 different teams. How many kids are on a team?
Yeah.
How many coaches are on a team? Like how many kids are actually getting impacted by the gospel going forward in this area because of the character coaches that are here in this church, So it's really
Praise God
cool.
for that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that our church is really focused on this ministry, and I know that we have from time to time, Pastor will ask, hey, they need some character coaches, who wants to volunteer, and I'm glad that we've got a group of people who cares about our young people.
Yeah.
And
our next generation.
Our shift ministries here has 100 kids on Wednesday nights, and I know a lot of them have come from FCA.
Every Wednesday.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, which is awesome. Okay, so everything, we're having a silent auction today here at the Cruise-In. Everything that is sold at the silent auction, the proceeds are being split with you guys and another ministry, and we hope that everything you all receive will just help to build the kingdom. That's our goal here, is to help build the kingdom, get the word out amongst the young people, and hopefully get them into a church somewhere where they can get grounded and they can be discipled and become good leaders in Christ.
Yeah, I think that's an important point what you said, because FCA, especially here, the way we roll, we feel like God is leading us is, we want to be a tool in the toolbox for the local church. We're not the church. We don't replace the church. We're a part of, and we're an outreach of the local church, and we are a way that the local church can get into public school, get speakers into public school, can disciple in public school. All of the things that you normally wouldn't be able to do through FCA in public school, you can do it.
Yes.
And so if there's anybody out there that's like, man, I don't like what's going on in school right now, I don't like the way that what the stuff they're getting taught, just the darkness that's there, hey, there's a way to get involved, and there's a way to get involved and to allow God to use you to have some change.
Yeah, plug into your local FCA.
Yeah, that's right. So I would just say, that's pretty much our number one goal, is getting kids plugged, like getting them exposed to the gospel, when they receive Christ, then we're looking to get them plugged into local church.
Yeah.
Because that's where real community happens. We have our character coaches discipling and all that, but if they get plugged into local church, they get baptized, they begin to get discipled. For long, their whole family's going to church.
Yeah.
For long, and so we've seen that so many times, just how when the kids' lives change and they get plugged into church, and now the whole family's life change.
Yeah.
So we've watched that happen a few times here at Field of Grace. I know someone personally who he started coming, got saved, got baptized, and his mom, grandma, whole family's here.
Yeah.
And
Aunts. That's awesome, man.
Breaking
Family.
generational curses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I got to throw this out there just because.
Yep.
But most people probably don't know that you were with a pretty well-known Christian band.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Building 429 is the name of the band. So
I listened to you guys when I was in my late teens, early 20s.
Oh man, it's making me feel old now. It's like
You were young.
He exposed like us kids to you guys, so I can listen to y'all too.
Yeah, so we had lot of big songs. Where I Belong, We Won't Be Shaken, You Press On, Glory to Find, many others.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, still somewhat involved. We're not like done, but every once in a while we get a chance to kind of all get together and go play a show and have a good time. And
Well, Glory to Find is probably the one song that I remember the most.
Yeah.
It might, I don't know, but it might have been your biggest hit.
It was the first number one. It was the first biggest hit. Where I Belong ended up being bigger, but that song set a record with it was the fastest number one in Christian music history at the time.
That's pretty awesome.
It went to radio ads, and it went from 0 to number one in 2 weeks.
Well, for me, it wasn't just normal contemporary praise and worship music. It had a little bit heavier.
That's right.
hit to it, and that's what I liked listening to. So that's what attracted me to it.
That's when we started having electric guitars in churches, and we started moving over. So
so it's pretty cool.
Well, I know you definitely don't remember this, but I remember this. When I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, through one of my now family members, actually, she was my I guess Sunday school teacher of some sort at my church. She got me a CD signed by the whole band and got it directly from you.
Yeah. Oh,
And she gave it to me, and man, I wish I knew where I put that. I had it. I had it, and I cannot remember where I put it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's somewhere.
I'll have to get you another one, maybe.
I'll take another one. I'll take another one.
Well, we appreciate you guys spending some time with us and letting everybody know what FCA does and why we, as Faith Family Cars and Field of Grace Church, want to support FCA.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, man.
So we got our buddy Eddie, guys, from Bible Talk. Eddie's on here, and he has got his 83 Mustang GLX with the fresh Aces EFI on there. And you just drove from North Carolina.
Yeah, it did good other than overheating because I forgot to check the coolant. Apparently that's important, so before you guys on a trip, check your coolant. Other than that, it ran great.
Well, I want to ask.
Sorry, I'm just getting you in on the microphone here.
I just want to ask, I guess I'm sure all of our viewers are wondering because we've talked about it a little bit. How did the Aces do? How do you feel about it so far?
So far, it's doing great. It's learning. It's getting better.
Yeah.
I'm happy with
But you drove it a week before you came out here.
Yeah, I drove it really far. I drove it to work like twice, so I thought drive it to work twice. That's good enough to go 1,200 miles. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll do fine.
But I got new tires put on, so that helps.
Nice.
Tires do help.
So you broke it in a couple of days, and it's ready to go.
Yeah. We were both comfortable. Were you comfortable?
Eddie, little Eddie, did you enjoy the ride up, or did it wear you out? It kick your butt? You enjoyed it? Yeah. Well, y'all kept warm with the chicken feed bag, or kept dry with the chicken feed, right?
Even with the chicken feed.
And it had AC in the back.
Yeah.
It actually did. This kept us nice and high. My amazing wife actually sewed this in, so it's not just Gorilla Tape. It's stitched in there.
Really?
Right
Nice. Yeah.
She was supposed to be working on a paper. Like, hey, I need help because this isn't gonna work. But with no window back here, it actually felt really good. I think Ford needs to make that option, kind of like Jeep, where you can just unzip
Yeah, where you can unzip it. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think it would save a lot of time.
Instead of dropping the whole top.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
You don't got to reach back and roll the quarter windows down or nothing. It's already open.
Great.
Yeah.
So the interior in this car is in really good shape, besides the driver's seat,
Besides
which
the driver's seat,
Yep.
it's actually really nice.
this looks like I had a GLX, 83 GLX that had red interior in it.
Yeah.
My interior looked very similar, and the driver's seat was the exact same way. It was torn just like
These were
that.
Some of the most. I was telling my wife, this is more comfortable than driving her minivan.
Yeah, they are.
Like it's like riding in a lazy boy. You just sit
Yeah.
there and it just hugs you.
Yeah. It's nice.
Like I wasn't tired when I got to your house.
Technical difficulties.
What are you
guys.
doing?
Technical difficulties. We had some issues because I picked up the wrong mic apparently.
Well, no, actually,
For our
it
live.
connected to your phone is what it did. One of them connected to the phone, one of them connected to the camera.
Whatever.
We'll figure it out later.
We had so
Who knows what's going on?
this should be connected to the phone. Actually, let's find
This
out.
one's connected to the phone.
Okay, that one's connected to the phone.
I'm just gonna pull this up on live and see what we're doing.
So we're gonna get to watch double.
This is nuts. You know,
This is like what's that movie, Inception or something?
I know why all this is happening, guys. Because
We
Mark
didn't-
Frisbee's here.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's exactly why it's happening.
Back to Mark. Y'all feel a little bit mean to him.
You don't know him well enough.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Once you get to know him,
Okay, we're fine now.
we're good.
One of these mics is hooked up to something, so we're
Yeah.
gonna get that out of my face. We're gonna find something out.
We don't know if we're picking up anything there. We should be at least picking up our voices.
We need to make sure
Okay.
that we talk to Mark.
We're going to.
I know he's over there crying. He's over there crying. We'll go take care of him here in a
All right,
minute.
well, Eddie,
go coddle Mark a little bit.
we will.
You have to.
Eddie, we appreciate you all coming down.
He needs his attention, Eddie. You know how he is. We got to give him attention, and you know.
He's a big influencer, so you guys have to.
Oh, yeah,
you have
he's
to give him
huge.
Star treatment. I mean,
He's huge, and maybe one day, like I said earlier, if you lose 44,000
Maybe.
followers, you might be on his level. Maybe.
I don't know if I'm gonna be on his level. Just, he knows too many people.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That part is true. He knows too many people.
He knows way too many people.
All right,
It was good talking to you, Eddie.
On the back of the Blavet, guys, we got the Blavet here. We got Mark and Jamie up.
No. This is Jamie's. We're gonna talk to Jamie. Yeah, we'll talk to Mark later at some point, maybe. We'll think about it. You just sit there.
Jamie, we're glad you made it. Yeah, you gotta get up here so we can hear you because we just now went through a whole mic situation because I looked for Mark for like 45 minutes to help me with my mics.
I'm sorry.
Couldn't
all
find
right.
him.
I've got another set if you want.
Well,
Well,
for
one of
some
them
reason
wouldn't
they won't connect.
So then we found out that this whole live was just recording my aunt and uncle's conversation over there because that's where the other mic was sitting.
that
yes.
could be awesome. Have we replayed it?
Not yet. We're gonna find out later.
But we figured it out. We got the
So
mic set.
one's connected to the phone. One of these is connected to the phone. One of these is connected to that camera.
Yeah.
So we're good now. We're
We're
good.
good. So we just need you to stand close enough so everybody can hear you. So Jamie, you got the Blavet here. For those who don't know, what is the Blavet?
The Blavet is a body swap, so it's a 2000 C5 Corvette, and there's a 1990 Blazer sitting on top of it.
Which is
The
insane.
78 front clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's insane, guys. And this has been built with a full QA1 adjustable suspension, correct?
Yeah,
And you eventually plan to race this, right?
eventually.
Yep.
Eventually.
The track truck.
Now you can't.
Get on in here, Mark.
Yeah, hop on in, Mark. We'll let you talk. We'll let you talk.
Come on in. We're down to the technical part. We can let you come on in.
It's her truck.
So one thing I do want to mention is on camera, it never does it justice. I've rewatched the last time we showed this truck, and it never does it justice. This truck sits so low, and you just it might be like 3 inches off the ground, maybe.
We've actually raised it an inch since you saw it.
Really?
Okay.
And it still looks that low. That's crazy.
And she drives it all over Indianapolis. If y'all follow her, y'all see all the shows she goes to and stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of things, so.
Yeah. It gets driven. This thing don't sit.
No, but it's got a full Corvette interior, so you're riding luxury, right?
Well, I mean, it's C5. Underneath the metal, it's all C5.
Yes. So it rides like a Corvette, drives like a Corvette. Does it handle like a Corvette?
Be careful,
it
guys.
does.
All right.
Doesn't have any body roll. I mean, it's not top heavy. It's silly.
Yeah. So we're glad that you made it down with the Blavet. I was glad that you got to come with it. I was hoping it would be here just so everybody can see it because I've talked about it to a lot of our buddies and told them about it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's going to be here. It's going to be here.
Yeah, this is like the first thing I mentioned to all my buddies that showed up. I was like, hey, y'all got to check this thing out.
Yeah. So how was the ride down with Mom?
Oh, it was good. Having it raised an inch makes a world of a difference with all the bumps. and
Oh, I bet.
stuff.
I
Because
bet.
Interstate 65 is not fun to drive.
It's not good.
No, not at all.
The only thing I need to work on is the sound. I think we're deaf now.
Loud inside.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so loud.
Yeah.
It's just drones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mark has got his C10 here also.
I think the
And
thing parked out in front of
I
it's
think
pretty
we need
neat.
to check out the three-wheeler.
Nobody cares about my C10 anymore.
They all
You
want
just-
I
the
mean, you guys
three-wheeler.
wouldn't even let me park next to it.
Well, it's open now, but we had a truck there, but we weren't expecting to show up. So
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
man. I really feel like I hurt your feelings.
No, it's all right.
Hey, you can park the three-wheeler over there.
Amy was more important.
It is.
So let's check out the three-wheeler. Everybody's seen this thing on YouTube. Let's check it out.
Well,
You left a patina.
Presto mod. Yeah, we stripped it down to the frame. I would say probably 99% of these have a bent backbone.
Yeah.
Okay, kids they hit ditches, they hit everything else, and it bends. Because stock, they never had a front suspension on it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got it. The backbone was like this. We just cut the whole backbone out.
Tuner voice.
Yeah,
Rice.
I know both of those people.
So anyway,
You said rice.
I would agree.
we extended the back 3 inches. That is a 140. These came with a 70. That's a 140 motor.
Nice.
Little Chinese,
you're able to do all
little
those.
Chinese motor. That's basically it.
Yeah.
We put the funky front, the suspension on it, and gold wheels, and
Yeah, the gold
Hoosier
wheels.
tires.
The gold wheels, I think. Is,
But here's what my favorite part is, because you never had this as a kid growing up.
you had
Electric start.
Yeah, you had pull start.
Right. This has electric.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So anyway,
Yeah.
it's an 81. This one's an 81.
Okay. You
So
got another one?
What Jamie's got one that we're
Okay.
building.
All right. So it's
Where
gonna
y'all
be your-
find all these things, man? Marketplace?
Marketplace.
I see
Really?
them On there. Yeah.
I haven't seen that many.
Tim just sold one.
A
I sold
90,
a 90, yeah.
Yeah.
and you've got a 70
I do.
because you're in the cool guy club.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get
Influenced
one.
by my friends to do
You
stupid
need better friends.
Maybe we should get one.
Oh.
You can haul it around in the back of your
too.
truck.
Yeah.
We could get 2. There you go.
So scared right now.
So we got Caleb out here on the 3-wheeler. We got Mark over there shining up his truck.
I wasn't shining. There's no shining in that.
Hey, you
on that, you get it on you.
You know that.
You
when he
told
comes
him you
back,
could-
he's going to tell me he wants one of those.
Well, you told him he can ride it. He's gonna ride it. I'm gonna tell you that.
Carburetor still needs a little tuning, so
It sounds good though.
it'll cut out a little bit.
Yeah.
He's built and sold and traded all kinds of 4-wheelers.
Yeah, he's actually worked himself up. He went from like a little Honda Recon.
No, that's brake.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Ah.
This every time about flipping.
Hold on. Hey, come here.
What is that?
Buggies?
Who did it?
I thought you hated Buc-ee's, Mark.
do.
Mark's got a Bucky sticker on the 3-wheeler. Oh my goodness.
What is going on?
Wait, hold on. Let's bring Caleb in here real quick. Caleb has never been on the podcast.
Yeah, he's mad. Look how mad he is.
He's getting fired up because I'm putting him on here. But Caleb's a big part of what we do too. Nobody knows that. But while we're getting all this show together, Caleb's cleaning cars, Caleb's cleaning trucks, he's building fences for the truck corral. He's out doing all the hard work while we're trying to do all the technical work.
He also knows all the people. The majority of the people in the truck crowd today was because of him.
Yes. So we appreciate everything you do, son, to help us out.
Little guy.
How was the 3-wheeler?
Well, the clutch situation. I kept pulling for a clutch, no clutch. And
Yeah, he thought the brake was a clutch. It's like an automatic though.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Does it got 2-step on it?
I don't know. He said the carburetor is cutting in and out. That's
Well,
probably
like
what you're
if you
hearing.
stomp on it, just like.
Yeah, it's probably the carburetor cutting in and out a little bit.
It's a Chinese
Yeah.
engine, and
That'll
So how much
happen.
you want for it?
Well, that's your guy right there.
$4,000 you can have. it
$4
today.
grand?
You sell your truck for it, buddy.
That's outrageous. I'll give you a handshake and $100.
Hey, he's a wheeler and dealer. You gotta watch him. You gotta watch him.
All right, so Mark, you got the C10 here, LS 5.3 or 6.0?
6.0.
6.0.
Heck yeah. Got the ICT billet I'm seeing. Nice
There's
bracketry.
ICT build all the way through there,
Nice.
and it's got a cam and trick flow heads.
Long tube headers. What intake? I don't know what intake.
We're not Chevy guys.
Trailblazer intake.
Let's say we're not Chevy guys, buddy. I can't look at that.
Oh,
So-
Trailblazer SS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
So
Ooh, look at that.
That's my boss.
That's your boss?
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Ooh, and the
Shoot.
Monte Carlo. We'll have to check those out.
Oh, that's the Monte Carlo. That's his boss. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I've seen the Monte Carlo.
See, when you said Monte Carlo, I was thinking like 80s G body.
Yeah.
The truck's my boss's too.
All right,
Oh.
so you got
Nice. We better go talk to him.
QA1 suspension on there,
QA1,
Sorry,
four
it
link.
was a
No,
squirrel.
you're fine. I was, 4 link in the rear. I mean, everything.
And this is set up for road coursing too, right?
It is.
Okay.
So, how much do you have this lowered? I forget. You've told me this before.
It's right now. It's like a 3.5. It'll go 4.6, and I need to drop it back down. It's a little high. Right now, it looks like a monster truck sitting next to hers.
Well, I mean, I think anything does really.
So, she's taking that on power tour. Are you leaving this at home?
This is staying at home.
Okay.
We're going in there.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's
Changing
not,
it up.
That's not going, so I'm riding shotgun.
Nice. So it should be a good time. We'll be following along.
Well, I'll say I think your truck is under. We always go to the Blavet. We always do that. But I will say I'm a huge fan of your truck. When we first came to your house and we saw it, I love it. I love it, man. It's the way you should do it. It's like the right way, you know.
Yes.
Building it for road course, like that's the right way to do it.
Thank you.
Also, do you think you know how much power it's making? Because I know you said trick flow heads and stuff like that.
Right
So
around 5.
5. Okay. I see. I didn't get to ride in it last time. You did. So
Yeah.
it seemed to move out when I was following y'all. Yeah.
It'll scoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's awesome to meet you and have you on because we're live right now.
Oh.
Sorry. We should have said something.
We were trying to find you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Way up here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It took us
You know,
about
I don't
3.5
watch the
hours.
podcast. I listen.
Yeah.
At work.
We know we got a couple of guys that do that.
I need to watch a little more. 'Cause I recognize
Should.
When you guys had your
recognize anybody
first,
else.
Yes.
you guys
Yeah.
had your first Bible.
Bible talk. Yes.
That was his question. The one about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was-
Yeah. We remember that one.
Yeah.
That was a good question.
Because I listen to a lot of Chuck Smith,
Yeah.
and he talked about Jehu driving his chariot with fury, and he said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, my wife calls me Jehu. I don't like that much." You know?
Oh, we love that. When I introduced that
cool.
question to him and
Eddie.
they
fun,
were like,
isn't it?
Yeah, it was
"Man,
awesome. I kind of want to bring it back and do it again some
Yeah.
point. Just
I know,
think of some more Bible characters.
It's kind of
It's fun to
funny
get
come up
different
with-
opinions.
Yeah.
You know what other people think.
Oh
So if
yeah.
you guys remember our first Bible talk, this
Step
is where
this
the
way.
question come from, where we discussed what would Bible characters drive.
Yeah.
Yep.
So pretty awesome. And did you get to meet Eddie?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is that Eddie over there?
Yeah,
We will
Eddie's
get
here.
you. Yeah, he's over here somewhere. That.
Probably the other guy that I thought looked familiar because I have watched it.
Okay,
So
Oh.
that's his Mustang sitting there.
Yeah, that little convertible Mustang over there next to
it needs a
that.
little help.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's
Well,
got it.
it's called the parts Stang. It was supposed to be his parts car. He was going to swap all the parts from that into another one, but the parts car was nicer than the project car, so he decided to start driving the project car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we will
Well,
find
there's
him.
his son.
Yes, we will find him and
Ranch
introduce
Yard, so he's
you.
around here somewhere.
This is our youngest son.
Good to meet you,
This is our-
buddy.
Yeah.
I've got my middle
Nice to
son.
meet you. Yep.
And this is Quinn, our granddaughter.
Nice.
We're babysitting our son-in-law's in the Navy, and so they came up from Virginia Beach to help us unload the truck thing on.
That's interesting.
And she's a handful, so we're giving them a break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we let them have a date day.
My
Yeah.
middle son is in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and then his name's also Levi, so there's a lot of similarities here.
Pretty wild. Well,
Good names. Good kids.
yeah.
it's so awesome that you guys came out.
Yeah, we're glad y'all made it.
A bigger turnout, but we had rain last night.
Yeah.
I think it helped a lot of people off.
Yeah, we were like, we can't miss the first one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sort of drove from here, so we appreciate you guys coming.
Yeah, that's
Move
awesome.
Over and talk to Jacob over here
Yeah,
about the crash bike.
nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you guys. Thank you for coming out, guys.
Touch. I'll fill you in on what I do and stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Have a great day, you guys.
Yep.
Hey, Field of Grace Church. We just wanted to thank you all from Malawi. We're here on site at our new police station, and we just landed the tater off the forklift. We had the chief out and the top police officers and just getting things ready. And it's projects like this that are possible because of your all's continued support. There's so many things going on that we couldn't do without you all. And so we just wanted to take a minute to say, hey, from Malawi, and thank you a lot for the support that you've given.
So while we got my brother here real quick, we're getting ready to talk to Jacob Davis.
Oh,
Sally
goodness.
Speed Shop. But we got my brother here. He's been a big part of all this, including my other brother. But I had constant issues yesterday. much for no burnout.
So guys, we put up a no burnout sign. Yep. So if you were watching live and you were here, do not do burnouts. We're trying to keep this going every year, and people that do stuff like that gets us kicked out. So please don't do that crap, please.
We got neighbors.
Yes.
They do not like
and they have already complained because we got kids here that like doing burnouts, leaving church. Don't do it.
Yep. So anyway, Ray helped me all day yesterday with multiple issues starting at 7:30 in the morning. I called him and he helped me through the whole day. And we were, 7:30, 8 o'clock last night trying to figure out the final issue, So
that's the way it goes.
We figured it out. Yeah, we're just kind of, I screwed some stuff up, we'll put it that way. But that's all we could say. He wasn't able to fix it for me, but he was able to help me figure out and diagnose what I did wrong. So we got Ray here, and he's been helping out the truck corral, helping with all these boys, keeping them under control.
Yeah,
so
the truck corral used to be full, and it looks like a lot of people have left. So
a lot of people left about an hour ago.
Yeah.
And you all have seen his video of his Corvette.
Yeah.
And you'll see some more of that Corvette on this video. He's got it pretty well where he's going to have it for right now. He's got new wheels and exhaust and stuff on it, so we've got it down there next to our Mustang.
Looks good, sounds good. Yep. Motor looks great. I was actually looking at it earlier. It's really clean now.
I cleaned it up last week.
Oh yeah, it looks really good. Yeah.
So when we say Faith Family Cars is a family thing, it is a family thing.
Our whole family helps.
Support of everything we do.
I think actually our first merch purchase was from one of our family members out in
Bowling Green.
Yeah, in Bowling Green. Yep. So
pretty cool. Ray, we appreciate it. No problem. Come do it. All right, Jacob, don't run off.
Oh, good.
Get back here.
I was trying to get out of the sun. I've been sweating all day.
It has been hot, man.
Yeah, good luck. It's like hurting cats with that, man.
Well, see, he was over here a minute ago talking about other people's vehicles, and then he left.
Yeah. Everybody knows Jacob from Sally's.
Yeah,
they do.
You were one of our first episodes, so yeah.
Yeah, you was one of the first episodes.
Look who's back.
So you guys brought something extra nice for you.
Oh yeah.
You guys
maybe the nicest one in the fleet.
Back all the way from Atlanta. How many miles was that?
It's about 400, I think.
400?
350, 400.
So any of you all that have seen the trash pack, which I know you probably have on your dad's Instagram.
Yeah.
The trash pack is not really all that road worthy.
But he drives it everywhere.
He drives it a lot. He's driven it enough to where I wasn't overly concerned about it.
Yeah.
But
except for the monsoon,
this is the
y'all
first
got.
time, we're driving it in the rain for the first time. We got soaked. I mean, my feet were wet. My whole left side was wet because the window wouldn't go up.
Y'all are to check out this story on Redneck Hot Rods. Watch his Instagram story.
It's just water.
Yes, you'll see all of it. It's just like a river flowing at their feet.
Pump inside the car. But I claim it is the world's worst running and driving fastback Mustang, and I think that's true.
It
might be.
It's the absolute worst one that you can actually get in and drive on the street.
So you've got all your luggage in the trunk, and it's about ready to fall through, right?
Probably, yeah. I put a blanket down over all the rust. Just try to hold.
Hopefully that holds the blanket holds it in.
So y'all are hitting day one of power touring it.
Yeah.
And so you've still got a couple more hours drive to get to Indy.
Yeah, we've got probably 800 or 900 more miles round trip, like the whole trip.
Yeah.
So we're doing over 1,200 miles in this. It's a terrible idea.
Well,
it honestly drives way better than you'd expect. I have it up to 103.
Nice.
Allegedly.
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 Not in real life.
How you looked at the speed on it.
Yeah, there isn't a speed.
It was probably 30. It was probably 31. That's probably what it was.
I pulled over pretty shortly after that, but I was like, "Hey, I wanted to tell the officer, I'm glad you didn't get me at 103." But he already let me off at 76 and a 60, so I was like, "All right."
Yeah, that's good. So we're running the 289 in here.
Yep.
And this motor has been eBay built, right?
It's kind of a weird story. This engine sat in a buggy museum, a horse and buggy museum. The guy used to have a fastback Mustang that burned up in a fire, and he kept the engine. And so it's an engine that sat for 40 years in a museum.
Yeah.
And we swapped the heads on it for a set of heads that came with the cars when my dad got these cars. And
were those 302 heads?
I honestly have no idea. It's a 1968 block, so it says 302 on the side, but it's got the stroke of a 289. So apparently there's a crossover year where they were putting 289 cranks into 302 blocks.
Interesting.
That's what I think we have.
Okay.
And it runs pretty good. It's got a little bit of a miss, but it's literally thrown together with old garbage.
Yes. Whatever y'all had in the shop.
Yeah. Leftover parts from friends' builds, like we bought the distributor and the ignition system for like $100 from a friend.
Yeah, you don't have a lot invested into this car.
He has more than you'd expect.
Really?
Considering what it looks like.
Yeah.
But it is fairly affordable for what it is.
Yeah.
It's probably the most
It looks good
affordable.
here, just don't look at the rest of the car.
Well, see, my favorite part's in the interior.
Yeah.
Favorite part's the interior.
I don't take credit for this.
So look,
I love it. Come on, get the cameras on over
you
here.
got the Home Depot gang box with all your light switches in there.
Yep, you got you a 4-gang in there, and that's how you. Actually, the brake lights are attached to that. You got to flick the brake lights
Which
on to
is
stop.
insane. I didn't know it was like that.
He told us that.
It's got a pressure switch that should work, but I don't think enough pressure is going to the rear to actually activate it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
So
pretty wild.
he said something about thinking like only the front brakes are working on it too, or something.
debatable. I mean, they get really dirty, so I'm assuming it's using the front brakes. Driving in the rain, I was a little worried to hit the pedal too hard.
Yeah, well, especially the rain y'all were driving through. That's
it was like a monster.
That was scary.
It was a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's all that father-son bonding, right?
This is the rustiest dash I've ever seen, by the way.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh wow.
It's literally the bottom of the dash is rusted out.
You bump your knee on
In
that.
the car before?
No, you bump your knee too hard, and that
we're
thing's falling
driving
off.
it. And there's floor pans, sheet metal screwed in over all the rust.
I mean, that's the way to do it, I guess.
Yeah, and then the fiberglass in the roof. You can see my fingers through the roof.
That's crazy.
Right here, right there.
You know, we've seen this car.
Inside, it's really good. You see, if you look up, it's got one of those like Starry Night headliners.
Oh my goodness.
Come back here, Angel, and get this scripture he's got on the back of the car. Behold, I am coming soon, and my reward is with me to give to each one according to what he has done. I am the Alpha, Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Revelation 22, 12 and 13. The Lord is coming back to take all of his children home, and we're excited that we're part of that group.
Oh yeah.
I know you are.
You definitely should be part of that group if you're not.
For sure.
You want to be on the winning side.
Yep.
So I just want to tell you this while we're doing this. Watching you ruck every day.
Yep.
Listening to your youthful knowledge, because you're quite a bit younger than me.
I am 31.
Yeah, so I'm 14 years older. But listening to you talk about the Lord, give advice, life advice, has really encouraged me.
Thank you, I appreciate
Really
that.
encouraged me. So I know that there's got to be a lot of other guys out there that you're encouraging too. So I just want to encourage you to keep it up.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll do my best.
Definitely, it's been
It'll
good.
get tough to keep this up daily.
It's keeping me accountable to do it. That's why I started posting it. Because I was like, if I don't post it, I'm not going to do it. And then if it even helps just one person, it's worth it.
So, for
go
sure.
Follow him at Jacob Ross Davis and check out his daily rucking, because he's going to give you just a little tidbit about something, life advice.
Yeah, it's not a half-hour message. I only have 3 minutes to work in.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's good. It's very good.
Encouraged me. So
thank
it
you.
is
I appreciate
actually.
that.
I told my wife the other day. It's got me thinking, because I need to get in shape. Y'all see this fat
Dude,
dad
you
bod?
should do it. It's awesome.
I've told her I think I might start rucking. That's
I've
something
lost
I would
20
enjoy.
pounds.
Wow.
Dang.
Since I started eating a little better about 2 months ago, but I've been rucking for a month.
Yeah.
20
5 weeks
pounds.
down,
Wow.
I'm down 20 pounds.
Man.
And I could see it on myself.
Oh, man,
I'm like,
maybe.
I feel good now.
That makes me even more.
Maybe I should start. I need to shed at least 20 pounds.
A lot when you're doing it.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
If you've never tried rucking, it's walking with a rucksack. So I carry 50 pounds on my back.
Yeah.
And at least 3 miles.
And that's like a military thing, right? Like that's what
where
they.
it comes from.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. Because I know that my brother, we just mentioned a little bit ago, he's in the Navy. He did things similar to this, like they have a ruck pack and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and our nephew, who's in the Army, they had to do a week-long ruck in basic training, and they were in Oklahoma, and it was mid-90s, and he told us about how taxing that was on your body. To get
I think
through that.
FDR started it in the military, and then John F. Kennedy brought it back.
Wow,
and
that's
he's
awesome.
Like, you need to be able to carry this much weight, this much distance in this amount of time.
Mhm.
And he wanted a fit military.
But yeah,
So-
well, some of these guys just let themselves go after basic training, and you're like, come on, guys, what are you going to do when you actually get out there? You know,
You got to carry everything you need on your back.
Yeah, yep.
And it's real practical strength, and it's not hard on your joints like running is.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I'm a big believer in it, and you can actually talk. So I
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
put my videos
Yeah.
to do it. You can talk to people on the phone. You can listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You can't hardly do that running.
no, it's hard.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. Everybody should try it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really close to it. I just got to get my schedule to where I can make myself.
Time is an issue. You know, time is hard. You know, that's the reason my car's not here. Is time is hard.
You look very happily married.
Oh, I am.
Congratulations. on
Yeah,
it.
congratulations.
I appreciate it.
So it's good to have you here this week.
Well, I'm happy to be
So,
here. I
thanks
appreciate
for
what you
coming,
guys
man.
are doing.
Thank you.
Always
All right.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
We've got Jason Ryan who is the head of our Bullitt County ATC, and they have built this cool drag car, and it's a Thunderbird with what motor in it, right?
It's got a 5.3 LS. It's got a S488 turbo on it. So it's 88 millimeter on the intake, 96 on the exhaust. BTR stage 3 cam, platinum valve springs and all. So BTR is one of our big sponsors. They really took care of us and give us a whole stage 3 copying kit for it, intake and all. They give us wastegates and a bunch of different stuff.
I know that stuff ain't cheap, man.
No, that was about $4,000 worth of parts.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know, but BTR's local to us.
Yeah.
And they've been a big sponsor of this car.
Well, if you're an LS guy, you know what BTR is. That's fine. I mean, they're huge.
So we've actually, it's all 100% student built. So I've got to sit back and just be able to steer them occasionally, but for the most part, they've done awesome about thinking about maintenance and all that and being able to work on it. It is an extracurricular too. Once we get the car finished up, they're going to be able to go to the racetrack and with a race car team, pit crew it.
Nice.
Make all the decisions. They're running the business side of it too. So they're learning that you gotta, there's a whole business. That it's not just
reaching out to sponsors.
You
like
gotta
that.
and you gotta make sponsors happy. So
yeah.
they hand you cash, but sometimes, there's certain things they want in that deal too. So they're learning. That side of it. And our big goal was, of course, teaching them how to do the repairs and stuff. Everything they learn on this car is just the same as their general maintenance, just to the extreme.
Yes.
And that's what I said, like a alignment. If they understand how to set this suspension up, doing an alignment on your car is a walk in the park.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was my main thing. And I said, this gives them something that's interesting. It gets the name out there. It shows them how to do everything. And they're actually able to learn.
It's not just doing maintenance. Like whenever I was at the ATC, we learned how to do brakes. We learned how to do general maintenance. We did not have a motorsports part of the teaching. And
we worked on a Mercury Sable when I was there. That was not fun.
So you've introduced something that is, in my eyes, really awesome to keep the kids interested in learning about automotive.
One of the assignments I do in class that goes along with this is when I teach engine repair, so we learn engine math too, all your cam, lift, duration. I do a virtual engine build. So I put them in groups. I give them a $15,000 virtual budget. They have to account for all their parts, and they have to be new.
Wow.
So they get to pick their cams, their fuel,
How do I sign up for that class?
Help us budget with our parts.
So they have to account for their budget. They lose points.
I'm talking about the engine math part. I need to learn the engine math.
So they go in and learn them because they go in and look at these cams, and I enter them in desktop dyno. So then we have a contest to see whose engine makes the most horsepower.
Cool, that's awesome.
So then, and I have a virtual engine I build too.
Yeah.
So their goal is I won't give them my exact number, but I give them a ballpark.
Yeah.
So they know kind of the range of horsepower they're shooting for, and it's any engine. If they're into the little 4-cylinders, that's fine. That's what they can build. But I make them have a rule: no turbo on that build. So we can't, we can't cheat and just cram a turbo on.
Yeah. Can't just make a K24 with.
They have to understand. They have to understand the math on the cams and the compression ratios. And all that kind of stuff. So it's I'm trying to shift to where it's fun.
Yeah. Something I think is pretty interesting I want to hit first is I'm pretty sure all three of us have worked on this car at some point.
Yeah.
Because we all did the ATC program.
Which is hilarious.
This car has been there since like the 80s.
1985. Yeah, actually, if you go over there and open the door, you still see the door sticker in it.
That's pretty awesome.
Where Ford donated it in 85.
Yeah, I can remember working on this car. It was always on the alignment rack when I was in there, and it didn't have any miles on it. I mean, it was donated by Ford Motor Company. It had no miles on it.
It still don't. Door sticker's still on the door.
What happened to the 302 that was in it?
It's hanging on the engine stand there. They take it apart and put it together
Did
every
they?
year. And you can tell it don't have any miles on it because you take it apart, the Teflon gear, timing gear is
still there.
Still perfect.
Yeah.
I just learned earlier today that this actually had a 350 in it at one point.
Did it?
They wasn't in it when I was there. They must have did it in the in-between years.
Yeah. They did it. They did it. The previous teacher took it, and that's why it looked kind of like a race car when you was there.
Yeah.
He did it as a recruiting thing. I'm kind of a go big or go home fan, so when I decided to make a race car, it was like, let's just make a race car.
A race car, yeah.
Well, let's do a quick walk around of it.
Okay. So we've it's got all QA1 double adjustable shocks and struts on it. They've got the doghouse where they can take it off with 8 boats.
Okay.
So they want to make it quick. You know, if we want to wait for repairs, we can take doghouse off really quick. They put a 10-point roll cage in it. We've actually went in. It's got a 4 9-inch, got all 35 spline pinion and axles in it. It's got strange spool. They narrowed a 9-inch in-house. We've made all the torque boxes and stuff in-house. We didn't buy them from 10 Soldiers or anybody like that. We actually designed them and made them in-house.
Now, did you all do this with the welding class?
Yeah, so it's been a joint venture with welding and my class. We work really well together in that. So he would just send students over and I'd tell them what I want and I could supervise them because I have a welding background too. So then, you know, some of my students would go over and use some of their equipment sometimes too, and he'd work with them.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So they're learning, not only they're learning automotive, I don't go in deep in welding, but I give them the basics.
Well, I mean, that's enough. That's what they need.
You know, they kind of know the basics of how to be safe with a welder and how to get a few things done. So we've done all that. We've actually put subframe ties in it. We designed them. We didn't buy them. If you actually look inside, you can see where we sliced the floor and put the square tubing in. And our torque boxes are tied. Upper torque boxes are tied into the ends of that square tubing. So it ties the torque boxes all the way in up here at the front. It's got a whole QA1 spring set up in the back. We've made all the brace on the rear end and all has all been designed by the students. They actually narrowed the rear end in-house.
That's awesome.
They made a jig. They narrowed it. They've done everything. They wired it. I literally give them a piece of paper with a sketched out schematic and said, here's what we want, and they took that and they wired it.
Well, why don't you fire it up for us? Let's hear it run. We'll go right here, cameraman Eddie.
Cameraman Eddie.
Special thanks to Eddie Pat, Brick Rod Garage, for doing this video for us. Sounds good.
It's a mean low lick.
Yeah, it is. It's ready to rip.
Yeah, we got a little more piping and plumbing to do. A couple more things and we're gonna have it at the track.
Nice. We can't wait to see it. All right, you want to go ahead and shut it off? We're going to talk about FCA.
We'll say the only thing that could make this car just a little better is if that was a small block Ford and not an LS. But we're not going to get into that. We don't got
I don't like Ford, so
we don't got time to get into that.
You're just using the shell for your LS build.
Yeah, actually, that's what I told them. They wanted to put a Ford in it, and I said, they want to put a Cowdy in it. And I said, Cody's hard to get in a Fox body.
Yeah, it is.
Expensive, very
and
expensive.
I don't like Fords, and I'm the teacher, so I have veto rights.
So, Jason, you are part of our local FCA.
I am. I'm the. So my building is the Area Technology Center, and right beside us is a building that's called Riverview Opportunity Center. That houses our Bullitt and Advanced Math special program, and it also houses our what we call Career Readiness Center. Which that whole Career Readiness Center is focused on getting kids in the trades.
Yes. Which is what my middle son did and graduated from.
And so I am the FCA sponsor for both of them buildings. And that's been awesome. It has definitely opened some doors with some students. The law says I cannot start conversations, but I can answer questions. So it's been a great thing being the FCA sponsor because when these students know you're a Christian, they'll come up and talk to you. They'll come up and talk to you about the Bible. And I can answer them questions legally. You know, you just got to watch who's around you, but I can answer them. So it's been awesome for them to know that and be publicly known. And then there, and the kids have amazed me. They've done really well at wanting to do stuff. They're not just wanting to come to these huddles. My FCA group we did a trip with all the FCAs around the Pikeville to help some flood victims.
Saw that.
We've also talked about they're wanting to go to the football games and stuff next year and pass out tracts. So they're wanting to get out and do stuff
good
together.
stuff in the community.
So,
That's what we
Nice.
need the younger generation to do.
you know, so it's been awesome doing that. When I took the teaching job, a lot of people don't realize teachers' pay is not great. Took an $8,000 a year pay cut to become a teacher. But I told my wife, I said, there's a serious lack of positive role models in the world today, especially men.
Yep.
I said, so if I can be a positive role model to one student a year, I'm winning.
Praise God. That's what it's about.
You know, I said, I can pay my bills with what I make. I may not get rich, but I can pay my bills. And ultimately, I don't have to, my view has been I don't have to go talk about Jesus to witness to these kids. As long as I go show these kids I love them and care about them, I'm winning.
That's right.
They know something's different about Mr. Ryan.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yep.
And, you know, they see me here at church. A bunch of them go here. So they see me on Wednesday nights and all, and that, you know, so they know. They'll come to me and ask me, you know, what's going on at church, or what do you think about that sermon, or you know, stuff like that.
And then that opens the door for you to be able to talk to them.
And we done events with FCA like last year. I took all my student leaders for FCA. They had the opportunity to buy tickets, and we went to Winter Jam as a group.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
That's
so,
cool.
You know, to get them out and do stuff together with them. And my goal with that has been to teach them to surround themselves with Christians.
Yeah.
It's okay to go out in the world to witness, but you want to surround yourself with Christians so you have somebody to lean back on.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So if anybody's interested in helping with this car, sponsor-wise or money-wise, what can they do?
They can contact me at the Area Technology Center. The phone number is 502-869-6950. And they can also email me at jason.ryan@bullitt.ky.schools.
All right, we'll post it on the screen.
I'll give you
we'll put it on the screen.
And that actually is got a QR code that will take them to the website too.
We'll get all that on the screen so everybody can see it. So if you're interested in helping sponsor this car to get it on the track so these kids can start racing it, we'll put all the information on the screen and in the notes for this podcast so that you guys can get in contact with Jason and help out with this car. It is, to me, it's just an awesome thing for the kids to be able to do this. It's an awesome thing for you to be involved in FCA and to be able to witness and minister to these young people as well.
And that's the thing. My FCA chapter is even talking about going to the track with the car,
which that'd be great.
That would be awesome. That would
to be part of the race car team, to be able to, you know, go down there with them and pray over the car and pray, you know, and promote that also with it. And that's the thing. We can do all that. And that's what most people don't realize. As long as it's student initiated, you know, we can do a whole lot.
Yeah.
It just has to be them initiated.
That's right. That's right. Well, Jason, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing us around the car. It's been awesome for you to have it out at the Cruise-In today.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Great being here.
All right, so we're going to head down to the Hot Wheel races, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to see what's going on in our Shift Students booth. Tim Miller, guys, y'all remember him and his C10s? Ladies, get a video of those.
Hey, we had a lot of 10s show up. C10s.
A whole lot of C10s.
Yep.
There's the Parker brothers lining up.
The Parker brothers.
What's he doing today?
Field of Grace tent. And we got our Shift Students tent. Guys, what do y'all got going on? What you got? What kind of truck you got? Look at that.
I think that is a Mazda.
What you got?
A little Mazda truck.
No, that's a Datsun. We got a little Datsun.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is Mazda on the side. That's a Mazda Repu.
It is
I have
Mazda.
that exact car.
All right, he's got a little Mazda.
Look, I collect Hot Wheels. I've got that. I got that at the house. Don't you worry.
I think he needs some competition.
Okay. What did you bring today?
Hey, you want to race? You want to race, buddy? You think you're faster than me? I got my 1949 F1 right here. Of course, I had to have a Ford.
Well, see, I decided to bring something a little bit different today. When you said to bring a Hot Wheel, brought me a little lightweight, little lightweight Honda Civic, because I decided I was going to win. So.
All right, are you ready? Hold on, we gotta get our lights. You want to do the lights, Madison?
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Oh, he's got to be able to see.
Okay, okay.
He's got to get reaction time. Oh, he got me. That oil one was slow. Oh man, that is awesome, dude. Thanks.
Oh, you want me to race you? All right.
Let's try mine.
Oh, you want to try yours, Colton?
Come on, get set, go!
Oh, I know, let that go.
All right. Let me go real quick, buddy, and then you can go after, okay?
How you gonna win?
Oh, I went too early.
He red lighted.
You red lighted.
Dang.
That was too big.
Zach.
Does he have? He got that like reaction time app?
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Me and Zach got to get in here. And
Yeah, we got to get a race.
because I believe my F1 is faster than him.
I disagree. This little Honda Civic, it's turboed. It's got piping out the hood, buddy.
I don't care, man.
It's got an intercooler. Look, there's the turbo right there.
Look at this thing. This is nuts.
That thing's heavy.
So what?
Colton, watch out, bud.
Watch out, buddy.
Watch out. Step over here real quick.
Uh-oh.
It sticks a little bit sometimes.
There we go.
There you go.
All right, Madison's got us. You ready?
Yep.
Oh,
my car
red lighted.
My car keeps flipping.
Jerry dropped the elbow on that
We both red lighted. Scoot that back to me there.
Colton, hold on. Colton, stop.
All right, we're going to best out of three. Best out of three. We both red lighted, so we both suck. Oh, I got him.
I'll tell you what the problem is. Oh wait, no, it's not. I think my car might be a little bit too tall because as it's going up, I'm hitting it and I'm hitting the top of it.
I think that's just an excuse.
Okay, look,
right.
one more time, one more time.
This is it. This is it. Here we go. Y'all ready?
Yeah. I thought the lightweight Civic would do it. I thought I brought out my ace up my sleeve here, but
All right, guys. One more stop. Got our food trucks, our our silent auction going on. All this money goes to support FCA and Akonda Ministries. Guys, this has been a great turnout. Everybody's had a lot of fun. It's been hot, it's been muggy, and I know everybody's starting to wear down.
yeah, we got a lot of people leaving, but
Yeah, we thank everybody for coming out and having a good time with us today at the first annual Faith Family Cars Cruise-In, hosted by
Field of Grace.
Field of Grace. Guys, we thank you all. We appreciate you. We love you, and we will see you next time.